Ashley, hi, how you doing? Okay, got your work up here. So first thing I want to mention is that presentation-wise, I think that you're a little bit lacking here. I really think that you should take time to present this work. Like, in other words, introduce what is the project about, what are the objectives, what are the intended outcomes, and what is your reaction to your work. Just a real quick little introduction in presentation format. The work itself, I would shoot on a white background. I think the starkness of that contrast is just too much. A lot of times when you're shooting objects, it's really nice to shoot them against a white background, preferably something that's got some real soft shadows. So take a look at those two links I left in the announcement area. Those show you how to set up your own home studio, kind of easy, couple lamps and some poster board. But the way you set the lamps up and the positioning really has a lot to do with the way that the shadows affect the way your packaging looks. I think that one thing I think that I understand about you in this class that is not being shown in this presentation here is your understanding of how graphics work on a two-dimensional flat surface that's intended to fold into a three-dimensional object. So my my idea is that I definitely excuse me. Sorry, this is like my 15th video in a row. I'm losing my voice. Show the die line at least, okay? So if this product packaging here is too big to fit on whatever type of die line you can fit the flat file on, I get that. Mock it up. That's understood. But at the very least, we need to see a flat production file. I'll show you one. Here's one right here. You've seen this, right? And it shows the cut line, the fold lines, the score lines, and the glue flaps, the dust flaps, etc. Everything's labeled. Okay, that's what I think we need to see. We need to see this in a flat file like that. That's going to show you understand how to apply graphics to a die line. That's one of the most important objectives of the class. So I think we need to see that, definitely. So, and then, I think that if you're at all able, I mean, I know that you can fit that right on you can mock that up in a box, probably 8.5 by 11, if not 11 by 17 for sure. And you might have to mock up the back for the pegboard. You might have to mock that up separately and assemble those. But as long as the graphics are adhered, you won't have any of these funny shadows in these areas where we can clearly see that these graphics have been kind of assembled as opposed to folded and scored as you would a regular package, as the machines would in a regular package. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think that's important to see. I mean, the package graphics themselves are great. I do. I love the packaging. I think that's all the more reason I'd like to see this as a real live mock-up from a die line. So I guess what I would show is the die line flat file for that, and then take that, show the flat file for that, put those together. It'll show. Then the next shot, you could show these assembled. So you show the flat file, then the assembled file. It would be a really cool way to go. And then again, presentation-wise. Yeah, I think you could do a little better presentation than just saying brand extension Tylenol herbal and then just showing the images. So think about that moving forward, and definitely think about how this will move into your final portfolio. All right, awesome job. Love the product. Love the. One thing I wanted to mention too. We don't really have one of the requirements here, and that's that instructional portion of this particular piece. So I'm not real sure if that's a fold out there with information on the inside. If it is, try to show it just so we can meet that requirement. All right, any questions, give me a holler. Good job, thanks.